Hello and welcome to this video. In this lesson, we are continuing with the introduction to computing, and we are starting with input devices. Input devices. Okay. So I'll show you a picture of some input devices, and I'll allow you to give the names of each of them. These are a list of input devices. So I want you to give me names of these input devices. Okay. So what input device is this? This one, what is it? Yes. So this is a digital camera. A digital camera. Then the next one is what? This is a this is a yes, this is a touch screen. This is a touch screen. Then you have this. What is this? What is this? This is um joystick. Joystick. Then the next one is magnetic ink character reader. Magnetic ink character reader, or in short it is MICR. MICR. Then we have the next one. The next one, which is graphic tablet. Graphic tablet. The next one is fingerprint scanner. Yes, you had it right. Fingerprint scanner. And the next one is microphone. 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 Then you have a light pen. The focus is on the pen. The focus is on the pen, not the touch screen you have there. So you have this what I'm talking about. The light pen. And the next one looks like a gun. It looks like a gun. So what do you have? You have light gun. This light gun. This light gun. Then the next one is a digitizer. Digitizer. So what do all these input devices have in common? What do they all have in common? What they have in common is that they all send data to the computer. So what are input devices? Input devices are devices that help users to send data to the computer. They help users to send data to the computer, or they issue commands. They issue commands to the computer. You can see that they are devices that feed the computer with data. They feed the computer with data. Some examples of input devices that we'll be looking at is the barcode reader. Barcode reader. We have the scanner. We have the scanner. We have the keyboard. The keyboard. We have the mouse. We have the touch screen, and a whole lot of them. So these are some of the examples of the input devices we'll be looking at here. Now, first of all, let's take a scanner. I hope you've seen a scanner before. You've seen a scanner before. This is not the scanner we use in the hospital. It is a scanner that we normally use we see them at printing presses or in our offices where we do print things. So what is a scanner? A scanner is an input device. A scanner is an input device that converts hard copies to soft copies. Hard copies to soft copies. So this is a picture of a scanner. This is another picture of a scanner. So a hard copy, they are copies that you can touch and see and feel. Like you print something on the paper, that's a hard copy. You want to send it to something that you can display on the screen. Whatever you display on the screen that you cannot handle it like a paper. That one is soft copy. But what you print on paper is known as what? Hard copy. So if you have a picture that they've printed for you, you want to have a digital version of it, you place it on the scanner here. You close the scanner, then you scan, then you then have that picture on your smartphone or on your computer. That's the function of a scanner. It converts hard copies to soft copies. Keyboard, 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 keyboard. So what is a keyboard? Let's look at wireless keyboard. So we have a wired keyboard and have the wireless keyboard. So a keyboard without a wire, a keyboard that is not connected to the computer by any cable is known as a wireless keyboard. So they are also used to send data to the computer. As you strike the keys, you are able to send data to the computer, like typing something. The special function keys it's used to command. There are a combination of it to of some of, if you combine some of the keys you can do some things on the computer. So that's about the keyboard. And we have a mouse. So a mouse is an input device. It directs the cursor. So it is the mouse I'm using to move this laser beam, this laser pointer around. So that is the mouse. That's the function of the mouse. It is used to direct the cursor on the monitor. So a mouse can be a mechanical mouse, like the one that you have some ball under it. That's a mechanical mouse. An optical mouse, the one that you have some red light, laser light under it. And then you have opto mechanical mouse, which is a combination of mechanical and optical mouse. And you have a wireless mouse. A wireless mouse is a mouse that is not connected to the computer by any cable. You don't need any cable to connect a wireless mouse to the computer. So what type of mouse is this? Yes, this is a wired mouse, because there is a wire here that you need to use to connect to the computer. Now this is a wireless mouse. You don't need any wire to connect to the computer. You only need this. You insert this to the USB slot on the computer, and then you can use the mouse. Now there is this one, wireless mouse. So we are using wireless mouse. Some are Bluetooth, some are this, some you can charge them, and a whole lot of things. Now the next one is the light pen. A light pen, just like the name suggests, it looks like a pen. So a light pen is a pointing device. It should be device here. It's a pointing device, similar to a pen that is connected to the computer system. It is a pointing device, similar to a pen. It looks like a pen, and it is connected to the computer system. So it is used to select items on the monitor screen. It can also be used to draw on the monitor screen. So this is a light pen. You can use this light pen to draw on the screen like this. So draw on the screen. You can use to select items on the screen as we have here, and then still on the drawing you can use the light pen to draw. Now touch screen. What is a touch screen? A touch screen enables the user to choose an option by simply touching a button or an icon on the screen. So with a touch screen, you don't need the physical keyboard or physical mouse. You just need a screen, and then you touch it. When you do touch it, then the effect is taking place. That is a touch screen. So this is a picture of a touch screen that you just touch, and then whatever you want to do, you can do it. So my question for you is a touch screen just an input device, or it can also be an output device? Is it just an input device, or it can also be an input device. Now you have a barcode reader. A barcode reader. Barcode reader is an input device that is used to read barcodes. It's an input device that is used to read barcodes. It is normally used in shops like Malcolm, those big shops like even the minimal, the small shops they have started using. So this is a barcode. There's a barcode. This barcode is a series of lines. Some are deep, some are light, and some are thick, some are thin. They have data, they contain data. So data is stored in this barcode. So what is able to read the data that is stored in this barcode is a barcode reader. So this is a barcode reader, this is a barcode reader, this is a barcode reader. So they are used to read the barcodes, information that has been stored or that has been embedded in the barcode. I have a touchpad. A touchpad or touchpads are pointing device used in laptops to control the cursor on the monitor. So they are just like the mouse. You see, if you have a laptop, it doesn't usually have a mouse like a physical mouse, a normal mouse that you and it has a touchpad. So this touchpad is used to control the cursor, just like the mouse. It's also a pointing device that is used to control the cursor on the monitor. Now, all the input devices that we've talked about, we can group them into two major groups. We have the manual input devices, and then we have the automatic input devices. We have manual input devices and automatic input devices. I'm sure when you heard the name manual, you know what you're talking about. When you hear automatic, you know what you're talking about. You have a fair idea about what manual input device and automatic input device will mean. So let's take the first one, manual input device. What is manual input device? I say manual input device. What does it mean? So manual input devices, they send data to the computer through active human help. So we have someone pressing some keys, pressing some buttons, using the hand to press something. It requires that human beings will be doing something, either they are touching something, they are pressing something, or they are striking some keys. So examples of manual input devices are the keyboards, the mice, and then the touch screens. So I believe you get some examples and add to this one. But those examples that we just talked about are manual input devices. Then the automatic input devices, they are the input devices. They automatically capture data without direct human intervention. They directly capture data without direct human intervention. So the degree of human interference in the manual is quite higher than the automatic input devices. They have a barcode scanner or a barcode reader, an optical character reader, and an optical mark reader. Okay, so there are some pictures of input devices that I'm coming to show you here, and I'm expecting you to tell me whether this is a manual device or an automatic device, whether it's a manual input device or it's automatic input device. Now look at this. Look at this. We saw a picture of this on the previous slide. What did we say the name of this is? Yes. What is the name of this? Yes. The name of this is magnetic ink character reader. Magnetic ink character reader, which is normally used in the banks. If you go to banks, you normally use the magnetic ink character reader. So what do you think this is? Is it manual or it's automatic? Yes, this is automatic. Look at this. Look at this. Is it manual or automatic? This is manual. What of this? What of this? This is also manual. What of this? This is automatic. What of this? This is manual. What of this? The mouse. It's also manual. What of this? This is automatic. This is also manual. Okay. So let me go back to the previous slide. All the devices that you have here is automatic, and all those that you have here is manual. Now we have to know the differences between manual input devices and automatic input devices. What's the key difference between manual input devices and automatic input devices? So under the manual input devices, they require direct interaction from the user to input data. They require direct interaction from the user to input data. For this one, they directly or automatically capture data without direct human intervention. So this requires human intervention or direct human interaction. This one they automatically capture the data. For the manual one, they are often used for general purposes. General purpose like typing and clicking. But for the automatic one, they are used for specific tasks such as scanning and reading barcodes. So this is for a general purpose, and this is for a specific purpose. So generally, the manual input devices are less expensive. They are less expensive. So if you compare the price of a mouse to the price of, let's say, a magnetic ink character reader, which is automatic, you see that the manual ones are less expensive than the than um, the manual ones are less expensive than the automatic ones. So look at the manual ones. They're usually fast. They're usually fast. But the automatic ones are usually faster. They are usually faster. For examples here, we have the keyboard, the mice, and the touch screen under the manual input device. Then you have the optical card reader. You have the barcode scanner. You have optical mark reader, and you can have the fingerprint scanner too. So these are some of the differences between the manual input device and automatic input device. So what are some of the advantages of using input devices? What are some of the advantages of using input devices? Yes. Without the input devices, we will not be able to send data to the computer. So they help us to send data to the computer. Input devices are very easy to use. You don't have to take a course or whatever. You just within a day or within some few weeks you can be able to master how to use input devices. And they help us to control input devices. They help us to control determine the amount of data you send to the computer. They help users to add new information. You want to add new information to the computer system, you need to have an input device. So input devices here, without them you can't add, you can't type, you cannot do anything. You just have to watch the computer like that, which is not the best. They are also fast and they are reliable. They are fast and they are reliable. They are also efficient in data capture. You want to get the data or capture data, you can use the input device, and we are sure that whatever data we are capturing, we will be able to get that data accurately. So what are some of the disadvantages of using input devices? Yes, what are some of the disadvantages of using input devices? Okay, if you have some of the input devices, you have to install them, you have to configure them, you have to do some settings about them before use. So if you have some of the input devices that you have to install and configure, If you don't know how to do it, that means you have to seek someone to come and do that for you. And I will go with an extra cost. I will go with an extra cost. And then some input devices use batteries which need to be replaced regularly. So there is also the hurdle or the problem of replacing batteries, buying batteries to the some input devices, especially the wireless ones or the automatic ones. And then some input devices like optical card, optical character reader or optical mark reader, they are expensive. They're expensive to get. Some input devices get damaged easily. For example, the wireless keyboards and the wireless mouse. You buy it and then within some few days or weeks or months, it gets damaged. You just have to throw it away and buy another one. Some input devices like keyboards, they require extensive practice before they can be used very well. If you want to be efficient in the use of keyboards, you have to download software like Beacon, digit typing, to learn how to use the keyboard to be able to type very well. So that one too is a disadvantage. Okay, now if you are always using input devices over and over and over again, it might lead to some health problems like wrist pains, um, repetitive strain injuries, and a lot of things. So the use of input devices will come with some health problems like wrist pains and repetitive strain injuries. Okay, so let's look at areas where we can use different kinds of input devices. Some areas where we can use different kinds of input devices. Okay, if we take the scanner, where do you think we can use a scanner? You can use a scanner at offices and at printing shops. You can even use it at homes, wherever. You can use it at offices, schools, printing shops, and the rest. Keyboard and mouse. We can use them in schools, in offices, homes, etc. Touch screens. They are on phones, so everywhere you go, they are portable. Wherever you are, you can use them at the office, the school, wherever. The joystick, they are used in CAD, computer aided design, for playing games at game centers and homes. And so this would be at graphic designing workshop, shop where they do graphic designing, game centers, and then homes. Trackball, trackball, trackball. Where do we use it? We use it in notepads or laptops instead of a mouse. So that one can they can be used in the house, they can be used in offices, they can be used in graphic design shops, game centers, and the rest. Okay, digitizer, digitizer. They are used at graphic design shops and they are used in photography studios where we edit photos. We can use the digitizers there. The microphone. Okay, for the microphone, it can be used at churches, mosques, schools, offices, a lot of places. The barcode reader can be used at stationery shops or stores like Malcolm, Minimart, and the rest. Magnetic ink character reader. They are usually used in the banks to read checks. To read checks. The optical character reader. Optical character reader. They are used at printing shops and offices. And an optical mark character reader. Sorry, it should be optical mark reader. Optical mark reader. They are used at schools or wire offices to mark multiple choice questions. The section 8 when you write BC, they normally use the optical mark reader to mark the section 8. Okay, so this is the end of the lesson for input devices. So in our next lesson, we will focus on the output devices. We'll talk about output devices, their advantages, their disadvantages, examples, and a whole lot of things. So stay tuned as we as we jump, or as I bring you the next lesson on the on output devices. Thank you.